I think back several years ago, I remember we had just signed on a firm. This is towards the end of the year, and this was a 7-figure contract. This person even paid up front. We had our annual target set for the company, and it was to be tied to like a team profit share. This number got us there. The entire team stood to benefit. And then we learned very quickly within the first week that this firm owner was not a good fit for our organization. They were very disrespectful with the team. He would call them names, wouldn't show up to calls, was very inconsistent in terms of our values. So my options were, at the time, tolerate it, endure it, and ultimately the team benefits from a financial standpoint because we hit our year-end target and everybody gets the profit share and bonuses, or return this person's money, which is a 7-figure amount, was not a small amount, and potentially put the year-end bonus and the profit share for the entire team in jeopardy. So what do you do? Well, at the time, this is a very difficult decision because that amount of money was something that made an enormous impact on the business. It was one of the largest accounts we'd had at the time. But what did I end up doing? Well, I reached out to this individual and politely let them know that we had wired the money back to them and that we would be politely transitioning out of the relationship because they were not a good fit for our organization. Now, I thought at the time, have I made a huge mistake? Is this going to be a huge loss of the business? Is the team going to respond potentially negatively to this, knowing that they may not be getting year-end bonuses and they wouldn't be getting a profit share? But the response was actually quite the opposite. And I think the team responded in a way where they saw that we had their back, number one, and as a result rallied, and we ended up hitting the year-end target anyway. I think the culture you create is either going to be by default or by design. And any decision that you make, if you are tolerating, let's say, certain clients and the way in which they treat your team negatively and calling them names, using profanity, that sort of thing, then your team is probably not going to love where they work. They're not going to feel valued. They're not going to feel respected. And any short-term monetary gain ultimately is going to run out. Alternatively, if they see that you have their back, they're in a safe environment, you actually live by the values that are on the posters in your organization, then you're often going to see a very different response. And in this case, like I said, the team rallied together.